So we have every single president that ever was a president in the draft class here. They all are point guards. Um, yeah, so we're gonna see their NBA career. They're all 80 overall, so that way they can get drafted. You know, not that I give them like 75. Some of them stay in free agency and don't get drafted, and then just retire. They're all 19 years over, 19 years overall. They're 19 years old. Um, and I mean they're the correct heights and weights. I think some of the presidents are shorter than 2K restrictions, so I think 5'4" is the shortest height you could be at point guard. Um, but yeah, so James Madison's 5'4". Um, it's pretty much Muggsy Bogues, but white. Um, Abe Lincoln is the tallest president at 6'4". Um, I mean, you got Joe here, good old Sleepy Joe. Um, I think William Taft is the heaviest president at 322 pounds and 5'11". Very unhealthy man. But he's playing basketball, so you know what? We're gonna see what happens here. George Washington here, and of course, Donald Trump, 6'2", 243. And then where's Mr. Obama? Obama, yeah, Obama, 6'1", 180 pounds. So, I mean, Abe Lincoln is that's not a real character model of him. I'm not gonna go through the process of doing that. Why would I ever do that? But 6'4" and 185 pounds, and they're all 80 overalls. They all have the same potential. So we're gonna save that draft class. And then we are going to go into a My League and current teams start in the off season. Set up these rosters, turn off that, turn off this. We'll turn CPU trades off for now. We're going to select every single team and let them do what they want to do. And then we're going to load our draft class. Presidents. Yes. Hall of Fame. No one cares about these guys. We're gonna go to the draft lottery just cuz. The Magic have both the first and the second pick. I have no idea why. Via Chicago. Is that the Vucevic trade? That's probably the Vucevic trade. What did the Magic even get out of that from the Bulls? Other than picks, apparently. Who cares? Apparently the Warriors have the fourth pick from Minnesota. Is that Andrew Wiggins trade? I guess, I don't know. But the Cavs are the third, so we'll see what happens. Maybe they trade their picks, who knows? We'll go to, we're at the draft. We'll check. So 5'4" James Madison, pretty much just Muggsy Bogues. His ceiling is Gary Payton and his floor is Drew Holiday, so he's a defensive player, I guess. No weaknesses, huh? Let's see. We'll go to Abe Lincoln. Brian Shaw. Don't know who you are. And Ty Lawson. I know who you are. You played, I think, for the Nuggets. But I could be wrong there. I'm not really good with old heads. Bill Clinton, George Hill, and Kyle Macy. Dwight Eisenhower is Derrick Rose or Eddie Johnson. Joe Biden is nothing, apparently. I mean, let's see, from the Bucks, he's Alfred Payton and Langston Galloway. John F. Kennedy is Langston Galloway or out of the league. Andrew Jackson is Patrick Beverly or Patrick Beverly. Teddy Roosevelt is Robert Pact or Langston Galloway, and Franklin Roosevelt is Patrick Beverly or Ronnie Price. Obama is Nick Van Exel and Kyle Macy. George W. Bush is John Paxson or John Paxson. George Washington. Donald Trump is John Wall or Raymond Felton. I highly doubt that. That sounds really weird to consider. Donald Trump to be like John Wall. Where is George Washington? Does nobody want George Washington? He has 18% for pretty much every single team. Apparently he's not here either. Point guards. We need point guards. William Taft, the guy who's heavy, is Chauncey Billups or John Paxson. We already checked Obama. Nobody wants George Washington, apparently. The Pacers do, apparently. John Wall or Eddie Johnson, thank you. Alright, the draft. With the first pick, the Magic select Martin Van Buren. I have no idea what president you are, but you're 5'6" and 164 pounds. Thank you, Zach Harper. His potential is second to none of the players I have seen in this draft. Well, there are 50 point guards, and they're all presidents of the United States, so that is a big statement. I mean, considering half of them are the same height as Martin Van Buren. They also pick Adelison Paulista. He's not a point guard, so no one cares. The Cavs take William McKinley, 5'7", 233 pounds. William McKinley, who runs like wind, so he's fast, apparently. The Golden State Warriors take Donald Trump. Wow, congratulations, Warrior Nation. Donald Trump from Penn State. He has a willingness to sacrifice his body for loose balls, so he's a clumsy defender. The Rockets take William Taft. Wow, the guy who is 322 pounds. Abe Lincoln and Barack Obama still haven't been picked. But you take a guy who is overweight at his height. But he averaged 32 points per game in Iowa State or whatever. The Pistons take George H.W. Bush. He's 6'2", 196 pounds. I mean, he's pretty much the same build as Kyrie Irving. Bush, the most coachable player he's ever coached. The Thunder take Otis, no one cares about you. The Raptors take Rutherford B. Hayes, 5'8", 170, to replace Kyle Lowry. Dwight Eisenhower goes to the Kings. Congratulations, Dwight. You're not going to be there for long because the Kings suck at keeping young players, and they can't produce their young guys. They suck at it. They always trade them or they become nothing. Look at De'Aaron Fox. I mean, De'Aaron Fox is probably one of the only mid-tier guys that the Kings could ever produce. I can't even name a Kings player, from... I mean, literally the only Kings player I think that I can think of is Peja Stojakovic. And I don't think he was drafted by the Kings. But I could be wrong. Andrew Johnson, 5'10", 178. To the Pelicans, the Hornets. Take Abe Lincoln. Your 6'4" guard from Miami, Florida. The Spurs take Chester A. Arthur. The Pacers take Andrew Jackson. The Warriors take Joe Biden. So Joe Biden and Donald Trump on the same team? God, you can't even write this kind of comedy. The Wizards are on the clock. They take Zachary Taylor. The Thunder take John Tyler. The Grizzlies, no one cares. You can take a point guard. Millard Fillmore for the Thunder. The Knicks take Lyndon Johnson. Probably the best pick the Knicks have ever taken in like 4 years. Because all they ever do is stack their big man. Like, they don't need more big men. Woodrow Wilson to the Hawks. The Knicks take Benjamin Harrison. So you took one guard, now you take another one. This is why you suck at drafting. The Lakers take John Adams. Barack Obama to the Rockets. Ulysses S. Grant to the Rockets. James Monroe to the Clippers. No one cares about you, Richie. James Madison to the Nets. No one cares about Lonnie. Grover Cleveland to the Suns. Richard Nixon to the Jazz. And now we're in the second round. James Buchanan goes to the Bucks. James K. Polk goes to the Knicks. So the Knicks literally drafted three of these point guards. The Pelicans take John F. Kennedy. The Thunder take William H. Harrison. Calvin Coolidge as well. The Pistons take Thomas Jefferson. The Bulls take, I don't care about Sasa. The Hawks take Herbert Hoover. Warren G. Harding. George W. Bush to the Spurs. The Pistons. The Pelicans take Harry S. Truman. Celtics take Teddy Roosevelt. The Raptors take Franklin Roosevelt. And they also take Ronald Reagan. The Hawks take Bill Clinton as well. The Nets take Franklin Pierce. James E. Carter to the Sixers. James Garfield to the Grizzlies. George Washington to the Pacers. Wow, he was drafted second overall, or second round, 54th pick. That's a really big drop-off, being the first president of the United States. Main rookie signings. All the teams, I think they're going to sign their players. If not, it doesn't matter. They'll be in free agency and they'll probably get signed next season or mid-season. This offseason was Kawhi. Kawhi went to the Clippers again, so he re-signed. DeMar DeRozan went back to the Spurs. LaMarcus Aldridge went to the Hornets. Yep, and then there's some presidents in here that have been signed by different teams, it seems. But we'll see what happens. They're all 80 overalls when they first started. I mean, I don't expect many people to see this. I mean, last time I checked, there's nothing like this on YouTube. There's no president's career simulation, because why would anybody spend their entire time making a 50-man roster of every single president? Well, I had nothing to do and I was bored. So I was like, you know what? I've already done birthday resimulations of just taking random players with birthdays and putting them on a roster. Did the same thing with jersey numbers, same thing with salary and points per game last season. I was like, you know what? I need something else to do. So I made myself a roster of every single president. It took like a really long time, like probably close to 2.5, 3 hours. But now I get to make a video on it and it's interesting. I'll probably simulate till, I don't know, probably like till 2025, maybe, or maybe like 4 or 5 years. See if any of them win a championship. See if any of them win MVP or DPOY, 6-man, MIP. See who becomes Rookie of the Year this season. Is it going to be Abe Lincoln? Is it going to be Donald Trump? Is it going to be George Washington? Is it going to be Barack Obama? Is it going to be William Taft, the heaviest president? 323 pounds. Who knows? Is any of them gonna be an all-star this season? We'll find out in like a minute. So far it looks like the Wizards are doing horrible, but then again, I don't control anything. They control their own teams. See though, should be coming up close to, yep, all-star break right here, the all-star voting. I don't think any Wizards players other than maybe Bradley Beal is gonna be an all-star, because he pretty much drops like 40 points per game. All-star captains, we have Team Kevin and Team LeBron. Steph Curry, DeAndre Ayton's a one-time all-star. So it doesn't look like any of our presidents are all-stars. But DeAndre Ayton's a one-time all-star. Now, they could be all-stars, but not like, they could be part of like the USA and World Team. No, we don't care about the trade deadline. So we have Zion, Ja, LaMelo, and then on this team is William H. Harrison, James Monroe. Yeah, I think these two are the only presidents that are they considered all-stars? No, they're just on the world team. Kyrie won the three-point contest, and Andrew Jackson won the slam dunk contest. So at least that's one thing he's got going for him over all the other presidents. LeBron is in the MVP race as number 1. Lyndon Johnson is going to be most likely going to be Rookie of the Year if it's not LaMelo. And we also have William McKinley and Martin Van Buren. Sixth man is going to be Grover Cleveland, Abe Lincoln, or Thomas Jefferson, or Spencer Dinwiddie and Kemba. Kind of funny seeing Spencer Dinwiddie on the Kings and Kemba on the Thunder, because they've never played there. And then Jonathan Isaac, DPOY, because that's all he can do. And nobody is MIP. But this is only mid-season, or at least 60% of the season, so simulate to the last day in the season, so we can go over statistics. And for the first season, I'm not gonna go through every single president and look at their stats. You know, if they make the playoffs, then I'll look at them, you know, if they have a president on their team. But other than that, you know, we'll look out to see maybe in retirements if any of the presidents retire. I'll probably force them to play another season, but if they retire after that, I can't do anything about it. Because they're 19 years old, why would they ever retire? I mean, granted, yeah, it's kind of hard for an 80 overall to get a spot on a team, but at least you can play bench. I mean, there's 2 other point guards playing bench to Steph Curry on the Warriors, and that's Joe Biden and Donald Trump. Plus, they also still have, Gary Payton II and Jordan Poole. They have a lot of guards, don't they? Donald Trump, you know, 15, 4, and 2, shooting 50%, 40 from 3. So he was almost close to being 50, 40, 90. And then Joe Biden, 12, 4, and 2. Better shooting, I mean, from the field, and from 3, but not from free throw line as compared to Donald. And, you know, we got Draymond Green here playing 12 minutes a game and showing no sign of scoring at all. Don't know who Christian Park is, but I don't know if he is I don't think he's a president, but that's fine. I mean, and they played who does the Wizards have? The Wizards have Ronald Reagan, 12, 4, and 3, 43, horrible from 3-point, and then Zachary Taylor here, 11, 6, and 2. He grabbed 6 rebounds a game, and he's 5'8". Alright, so award races now is Jokic. Honestly, not surprised. Lyndon's probably still gonna win it. Grover is gonna be, oh look, it's all presidents for, six-man. Grover, Thomas Jefferson, William Harrison, Abe Lincoln, and Chester Arthur. John Isaac will be DPOY, and Bam will probably be, it's either Bam or Ja that'll be MIP. And then we'll look at playoff picture, the Nets with James Madison, 11-3-3, and I think that's the only point guard they drafted. The Knicks, Lyndon Johnson carrying this team. I'm sorry, Julius Randle. They even have John Collins here. They sign John Collins. And they also have Benjamin Harrison. And, yeah. They're 54-27. George W. Bush is 16-4-3. With Jason Tatum and this defensive team. I think that's the only point guard they drafted. Magic with Martin Van Buren and Markelle, Cole Anthony, RJ Hampton, Gary Harris, Michael Carter Williams. Jesus Christ, 90% of this team is point guards. The Sixers, they drafted Linton O'Connor. I don't think that's a president. It could be, but I don't think it is. I don't think they drafted a president. The Heat, did they get anyone? They got Calvin Coolidge and James K. Polk. They also have Alex Caruso. The Pacers have George Washington, who had 13-2-3, and Andrew Jackson, who won the dunk contest. I don't think that shows on award history. I don't know why it doesn't. They also have Warden G. Harding, so they have 3 point guards. The Raptors had Rutherford B. Hayes and James E. Carter, and no one cares about Malachi. The Wizards just missed the playoffs by 2 games. And then the Pelicans, they have Andrew Johnson. Is he the one that won the... I don't know. There's too many A. Johnsons or A... I don't know if it's at A. Johnson or A. Jackson. I'm not sure. The Suns, they have Grover. And... yeah, Grover. The Jazz, they have Richard Nixon. And, Richard Nixon. The Clippers have James Monroe and Patrick Beverly. The Lakers have John Adams starting. Their rotation is John Adams, KCP, LeBron, AD, and Drummond. And then they have Teddy Roosevelt off the bench and Dennis Schroeder. And then the Spurs have Thomas Jefferson and Chester Arthur. And then the Nuggets have the Nuggets have Derrick Rose. I don't think they got anybody. Nope. And then the Mavericks in the playing game with nobody. The Warriors did abysmal. Donald Trump, 15. Joe Biden, 12. I mean, you seriously can't make this up. Like, Donald Trump and Joe Biden on the same team. Uh, and then just because league leaders was Donovan, Devin Booker, Tatum, Levine, and Harden. Rebounds was Capella, Gobert, Vucevic, Sabonis, and Drummond. Assists was Ja, Linden, Luka, James, LeBron, and Jokic. Steals with Jimmy Butler. Blocks was Miles Turner. Turnovers was Linden. Field goal percentage was Zion. And it was Ben Simmons for a non-big man player. 3-point was Kyrie. And free throw was Richard Nixon. Double doubles is Vucevic, and triple doubles was Jokic. And then, because they're all rookies, we'll go to rookie report. LaMelo, Anthony Edwards, Cole, William McKinley, and Lonnie. Assist was Linden, steals was John F. Kennedy, and blocks was James Wiseman. Field goal was Martin. These dudes played, what, 2 games? I don't trust that. Alright, playoff time. KD is MVP. Wow, he stole it from LeBron James. Or Jokic, actually. It was Jokic. The last time I checked, it was Jokic. So Kevin Durant wins MVP. Something he's never done? Yeah, I don't think he's won MVP. Lyndon Johnson, Rookie of the Year. Congratulations to you. Have no idea what number president you are, but congrats. 17-4 and 9 a game with 1.5 steals, 53%, 84% from the free throw, and 45% from the three. Grover, 6-man, 10, 4, and 8. John Isaac, DPOY, and Bam, Most Improved. It looks like I hate when it does this. Alright, first team, second team, third team, all defensive first, all defensive second, all rookie first, and all rookie second. William Taft here, heaviest dude in the league, 10, 4, and 5, and he is all rookie second team. Alright, let's see. Blazers are out, Bucks are out, Mavs and Wizards. So we have the Pelicans against Denver, we have the Lakers against the Jazz, we have the Suns against the Spurs, Clippers against the Wolves, the Nets against the Pacers, Sixers against the Magic, Celtics against the Heat, and the Knicks against the Raptors. Who would have thought the Knicks were in the playoffs? Well, Boston just got 4-0 swept. The Wolves got 4-0 swept. The Spurs are out of here. The Knicks are out of here. The Sixers, the Pacers, the Nuggets, and the Lakers. So LeBron is out of the playoffs. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So Andrew Johnson and his Pelicans team versus Richard Nixon and his Jazz team. James Monroe and his Clippers, and Grover Cleveland and his Suns team in the West. And then in the East is James Madison and the Nets versus Martin Van Buren and the Magic. And then the Heat is James K. Polk versus Ruther B. Hayes. Rutherford. On the Raptors. The Suns get eliminated, so do the Jazz, the Heat, and the Magic. So we have the 1 vs 7 seed in the East, and we have the 1 vs 2 seed in the West. So we have Andrew Johnson versus James Monroe, and James Madison versus I thought that said Chode Malone. It says Colin. We have Rutherford on the Raptors versus James Madison. So let's see what happens here. The Raptors have been eliminated, and so have the Clippers. So it's James Madison versus Andrew Johnson. Looks like the Pelicans are going to beat the Nets. Kyrie and KD choked. Zion is Finals MVP. And Andrew Johnson. And, yeah, Andrew Johnson is the first president to receive a ring. Player retirements. We have Iggy. We have Rondo. Anderson Varejao. Doesn't look like any of our guys have retired. So we're gonna go to free agency, see who's in free agency, see what happens. I think Kyrie might be a free agent. Yes, he is. And we also have Curry, Luka, KD, Trae Young, Jimmy Butler, Bradley Beal. This is going to be hectic. But it looks like if I go to, so the Warriors are obviously going to offer Curry an offer. Luke is restricted, but he could still get an offer. The Nets are trying to re-sign KD. Kyrie does not have an offer. Trae Young is restricted. Jimmy Butler has 2 offers, a max contract from the Heat and a max contract without the player option from the Suns. Bradley Beal has one from the Wizards. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of money. Shea is restricted. And then DeAndre Ayton is restricted, but he also has 2 offers from the Knicks and the Grizzlies. MPJ is restricted, but also has an offer from the Hornets. And Jaren Jackson Jr. is restricted, and so is Lonzo. And yeah, we'll simulate to day 7 or 10, I don't know, probably 10. See what's going on in free agency. I don't care. So we're at day 11. So Curry re-signed with the Warriors. Luka re-signed with the Mavericks. KD and Kevin Durant. Did I just say KD and Kevin Durant? KD and Kyrie re-signed with the Nets. Jimmy Butler re-signed with the Heat. Same with Bradley Beal and DeAndre Ayton's re-signing with their teams. Chris Paul's on the Suns again. Michael Porter Jr. re-signed. Jaren Jackson did. Lonzo goes to the Pelicans. Now, was he on the Bulls or was he on New Orleans? Yeah, he was on the Pelicans. I don't think... Yeah. I think when I started this, because I started in the off-season, the trades that happened were reversed. So all the players. So I think, is James Harden still on the Nets? He is. Yep. That's what happened. Okay. I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, they got booted. They choked the playoffs anyways, so who cares? Valanciunas goes to the Knicks. Miles Bridges goes to the Bulls. Lauri Markkanen to the Celtics. I hate this guy. I hate Lauri Markkanen. I hate you. I have a deep hatred for Lauri Markkanen. I just hate Lauri Markkanen. It's just one of those things I can't explain, but I hate him. Aaron Gordon to the Rockets. And then all of these guys are just bench or role players, so no one really cares. So we'll see what happens in season 2 of the President's Simulation. Who was it that Andrew Johnson? Yes, Andrew Johnson was the first president to receive a ring. Will any of them jump in overall? Will any of them become an all-star? We'll find out next time on Total Drama Island. I wish that show was still a thing. That was a really good Cartoon Network show. Just like Build, Destroy, I think it was Build, Destroy, or Destroy, Build, Destroy, yes. Yes, that show with, I think his name was Andrew. I don't remember his last name. Cartoon Network used to be a dub back in the day. Now I don't really watch TV anymore. I haven't watched cable TV in like over a year. Nope, I just do career simulations and boring, or not boring, but weird simulations on 2K. And play other games too. You know, some Need for Speed, some Apex, other games as well, but I haven't really touched Apex in a long time either. See, the Wizards are doing terrible. They are down bad. The Warriors are also down bad too, but at least they have a positive record. Oh man. So, who's gonna be an all-star? Is anybody gonna be an all-star? We'll find out right now. All-star captains are Team Giannis and Team Luka. Do we have any one-time all-stars? We do not. But Julius Randle's here. Don't know why he's here, but he's here. So is Brandon Ingram. Trae Young is apparently on the Warriors. I did not see that, but apparently he's here. So is Donald Trump and Joe Biden. Donald Trump is now an 85 overall, averaging 16, 5, and 2. And Joe Biden's averaging 9, 3, and 2. Literally, their entire team is just point guards. They have five point guards in there. 6 actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 5 point guards in their 9-man rotation. You know what? Steve Kerr, run a 10-man. I don't care if Whitmore here is gonna play minutes. I mean, you could give Kelly Oubre minutes. I don't care. There's the trade deadline. Alright, let's see, we'll go to second to last day of the season. Actually, Michael Porter Jr. won the 3-point contest, and Abraham Lincoln won the slam dunk contest. Let's go. Contract extensions, we don't care about that, because I'm not controlling any of the teams. And we'll stop right here. And we'll look at award races. So we have Luka, Victor Wembanyama, Jokic, LeBron, and AD. So I did put the wrong draft class in. That's fine. We'll put the 2022 draft class in then. It'll be backwards. Chet Holmgren. Well, is Chet in the league? I think Chet is already in here. Chet Holmgren. He would be on the Pistons, wouldn't he? Nope, Victor Wembanyama's here. Or Chet Holmgren got drafted to... I know Paolo Banchero got drafted to the Magic, so... yeah, he's not here. So we'll leave the 2022 draft class to be drafted. Award races, LeBron and AD are both here. Victor Wembanyama, Rookie of the Year. George H.W. Bush is here because he played 1 year overseas. That's why he's a rookie. Grover is going to be 6-man again. We also have Abe Lincoln, Chester, and James K. right behind John Collins. Giannis will be DPOY. And then, I don't think there's any presidents here. I don't think Linton is a president. Because like I said, Abe Lincoln is the tallest president at 6'4". Injuries are off, of course. I mean, could have figured that one out. Ben Simmons would be out and Kyrie would be out for their pansy excuses. Alright, so at this point in the award races, Luka, Victor Wembanyama, Grover, Giannis, and Precious. For playoff teams, we have the Mavericks, the Warriors, the Lakers, the Pelicans, Nuggets, Spurs, Rockets, and Suns. Oh, and the Jazz, and the Grizzlies in the playing games. Clippers, 3 games behind. 76ers, Pistons, Magic, Hornets, Knicks, Heat, Hawks, Pacers, Nets, and Celtics missed it by a game. Luka MVP, Victor, Grover, Giannis, Precious, and Bill Bano is Coach of the Year. With Luka, first team, Victor Wembanyama's there on the second. Thomas Jefferson, all defensive first team. And yeah, that's the only president there. And then George H.W. Bush was obviously all rookie first team. And then we'll simulate. So it's going to be the Mavericks with bunch of auto-generated guys and Luka. And then Scoot Henderson's here, but William Taft. To the Rockets. So, William Taft and Ulysses S. Grant's on this team, and Barack Obama. Funny that Barack Obama is on the same team as what he's projected to be. He's projected to be John Wall. Hopefully not in the injury department, because that'll make him a liability, but Andrew Johnson's here with his Pelicans team again. Did he bring any of his president buddies with him? No. He said, keep the rings to myself. George H.W. Bush is here with the Nuggets, and yep. The Lakers with John Adams and Teddy Roosevelt and Calvin Coolidge versus the Spurs with Chester Arthur and Thomas Jefferson. And then the Warriors here with Donald Trump and Joe Biden versus the Suns. The Suns with Grover and Grover. And then the Sixers with, well, Mitchell Robinson and DeMarcus Cousins.